Previously, we saw Grandma get all her memories back, including the moments she spent with Grandpa. Now, in the 6th episode of Grandpa and Grandma Turn Young Again, Grandma and Grandpa are planning to go on a trip to Atami, where Mino and Shuta are also present. They discuss the route and activities that they will do during their journey. Then Grandma suggests taking a sleeper train, but Shuta informs them that sleeper trains are no longer available. He suggests they should take the Shinkansen, which takes only 3 hours to get from Shin-Aomori to Tokyo Station. However, Grandma and Grandpa find it hard to believe what Shuta says and think it's a joke. Then we get to know that this trip is actually for Grandpa and Grandma's honeymoon. Shuta asks them if they know anyone in Tokyo, to which Grandpa replies his daughter and her husband live there. Then Grandma and Grandpa ask Shuta to accompany them, informing him that Mino also wants to join the trip. Shuta tried to say no to them, but when Grandpa told him that he can go on a date with Mino in Tokyo, he agrees and went to ask his grandpa for permission to go with them. But Shuta's grandpa got angry. Then Mino arrived and introduced herself as Shuta's classmate. She asked Shuta's grandpa for permission for the trip, and hearing this Shuta's grandpa became happy, thinking Shuta brought home his future bride. And then he agreed to the trip and asked Shuta about the wedding ceremony. But Shuta got angry and tells him that Mino is just his friend. Meanwhile, when Grandma went to the shop to buy snacks for their journey, she started talking to the old shopkeeper and learned the area was quiet because there were fewer customers. Then Grandma stood outside the market and starts eating snacks. Meanwhile, by looking at her, people thought she is a model, and then more customers starts coming to shop to get the same snacks she is eating. Then a 60 years ago flashback comes where Grandpa watched people leave for Tokyo and wished he could go too. Now, in the present, Grandpa and Grandma arrive at the station where Yoshiaki tells Shuta and Mino to be careful and have fun on their trip. Meanwhile, Grandpa and Grandma accidentally get on the wrong train, but Shuta and Mino help them find the right one. On the train, Shuta and Mino is enjoying and eating snacks while Grandpa and Grandma look out the window and amazed at how fast the train is. Then Grandpa asks when they'll see Aunt Fuji, but Shuta informs him that it's on a different route. However, Mino is curious and asks why Grandpa and Grandma don't look young today. Grandpa explains that their young forms might confuse people. Then, Grandpa and Grandma decide to take a nap and ask to be woken up when they arrive. Mino thinks it's a pity to sleep during the trip. Mino wakes them up as they are about to reach Tokyo, but there's a big surprise: Grandpa and Grandma have turned young again. Shuta notices and says there's something strange about Mino's grandparents. When they get off the train, even the train assistants are confused, wondering if they really had such passengers. Then Mino, Grandpa, and Grandma head to Musashi Sakai to visit her Aunt Akemi, while Shuta goes to see his grandma on his mother's side. Next, we see Akemi talking to Yoshiaki about Grandpa and Grandma's arrival and how they've become young again. Akemi remembers that when Grandma used to make okayu for her when she was sick. However, then Grandma arrives and puts her hand on Akemi's head. At first, Akemi thinks she's imagining things, but when Grandma says good morning, Akemi wonders if she's dead or if it's her mother arrives from the past. Then Grandma explains them about the golden apple which made them young. They all sit down for tea and snacks, and Mino talks about Akemi and her children. Suddenly, Akemi's grandson arrives with Shinji, his wife, and their son, Kusuke. Kusuke is shocked to see Grandpa and grabs his father, Shinji, saying there's a fake dad here because Grandpa and Shinji look alike. They then have to explain everything to Akemi's family also. Mino and Shuta had a great trip and visited Shinjuku, while Grandpa and Grandma went to Shugamo's shopping street. Meanwhile, when Grandma was shopping, she saw a crowd gathered around Grandpa and noticed that Grandpa is acting as a model. Later, they all went to a cafe, and Grandpa ordered special items for Grandma which she likes. Grandma happily ate everything and Mino asks her if she likes that kind of food. Then after eating, they went to the next place where Mino asked Grandpa to take some photos as souvenirs. Mino showed them how to take good pictures. After taking some pictures, they went home. Grandpa gave a present to Kusuke, but Kusuke didn't seem happy with it. So, Akemi's younger son Shunsuke showed Grandpa that Kusuke needed a Beyblade. Then Grandpa and Kusuke have a Beyblade match, which is won by Grandpa easily. But this made Kusuke sad, and even he started crying. Later, Grandpa bought a toy to make Kusuke happy. At night, Grandma and Akemi were cleaning dishes and talking about past memories. Akemi felt bad for leaving them alone after she got married and wondered how they managed everything. Grandma calmed her down, saying not to worry and that they are always together. Now, when Shiori comes home and finds the door locked, she remembers that everyone went on a trip, and then she finds the keys under a stone and goes inside to study. Meanwhile at home, she thinks about her grandma and grandpa, imagining they are there with her. Shiori lies down on the sofa and feels scared about the future and worries that her time with her grandparents will end when she grows up and gets married, and she wants them come home soon. But at the same moment, her grandma and grandpa, who are far away for her, suddenly feel something strange. The narrator comments that they sense their grandchild's feelings. Then the next day, a man approaches Shiori's grandparents, saying they look beautiful, and offers them a card. But Grandpa gets angry as the man wants them to be on the front page of a magazine. However, Grandma also refuses it angrily. The 6th episode of Grandma and Grandpa Turn Young Again ends here, which is leaving us wondering if Shiori's grandparents have a special connection with her since they reacted when she thought about them. Well, let's see what happens in the next episode. In the meantime, you can check out other anime videos on our channel, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to support us.